a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me.
Hello, everyone. Did you know that karaoke started in Japan in 1971? Well, I didn't know that until I Googled it. Here to talk about his karaoke business is KJ Tilt Karaoke. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
So you're out in Alberta, right?
That's correct.
When did you get involved in karaoke?
Oof. I mean, I would say I got involved in karaoke back probably, I think it was 1996.
Okay.
96 or 97. A friend of mine just invited me to go out, someone that I had worked with, and they had a set of friends that were running a karaoke business, and those friends kept harassing her to say, "Oh, come on out to our show, come on out to our show," and she didn't want to go alone.
Right.
So she asked a bunch of us from work if we wanted to go with, and two of us said, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll come with you after work one night." And three of us all went out, and I went and sang a song and absolutely just fell in love with it.
Right. And now you're a karaoke jockey, right?
Yes. So I sang karaoke for a lot of years, and I guess I don't know why, but for a long time I never thought of doing it on my own.
Right.
Um, for a while I was helping these friends. I'd help them with their show. Sometimes I'd come early and I would help them set things up. I would hand out the binders. I would talk to people and answer their questions about how to request a song or whatever. And then I'd stick around after and help them tear down. But I don't know why. I don't know why I never thought about
Right.
starting one on my own until literally this year.
Oh, is that recent?
Yes.
Okay, so now do you go from location to location? How does it work?
I will go from location to location. Right now, I am pretty local to a local brewery here in Leduc.
Mhm.
I kind of made friends with some of the people that work there, and then the owners, and they said, "Well, absolutely, you've been here, you've been singing before. We're looking for someone to do more permanent or consistent karaoke shows." Which is typically what a lot of people who attend karaoke like.
Yeah.
Um, they'll look for not only the venue, but they'll look for the actual host of the karaoke show. If they like the host, they'll go back to the show because it's a fun show. It's not even necessarily all about the venue or what they serve for drinks or whatever. It's a bit of a mix of both.
Right. Yeah. So how many songs do you have that people can ask for?
In my library,
Yes.
about 50,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And all different kinds of, like, there's songs in different languages and literally every genre of music you can think of. You can sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, you can sing Phantom of the Opera, you can sing songs from the brand new Barbie movie, you can sing country, literally everything. Lots of Disney songs. It's been a kind of a funny thing is that since I started doing this on my own, at every single one of my shows, someone has sung a song from a Disney movie. So people were singing Little Mermaid and Pocahontas, and it's just been kind of a funny thing that I've noticed, and you don't really hear too many people singing Disney songs.
Yeah, yeah, right. So how do you decide ahead of time, like what songs you're going to include in your list of songs? Your list. I'm
Well,
sorry.
the whole list is available for anyone. So I have a list of songs that I will sing, about 170 songs
Yeah.
that I myself will sing. Usually I will have to get, unless somebody comes and they want to sing right away, but usually I'll have to sing two or three, maybe four songs just to kind of get people going. I
Yeah.
try to invite some friends out so that they'll sing with me. But after the first, one or two get up, then everybody else starts singing. And I have a couple of lists for myself
Mhm.
that are of say shorter songs that are under 3 minutes, songs that are under 2 minutes, so that I will keep myself in the rotation
Mhm.
of singers until a certain point. Usually it's about 10 singers, and then I'll just take myself out because other people want to sing.
Yeah. Right.
the my whole library is available to anyone. And the way I run it different from the way it was back when I started singing. You used to have literally binders
Yes.
of and you'd have to flip through the binders. But everything I have is online now. So
Okay.
I have a QR code that's unique to my show.
Mhm.
And when you scan the QR code, you would just put in your name, Nancy, and then you would look through all the songs. You can search for the specific song you want. If you're thinking, I don't really know what I want to sing, but I like so much music, I want to sing something from the 80s, hit
Oh,
the 80s, and then all the songs will show up and you'll be like, oh, I know this song. You select it, put in your name again, and then it just shows up on my computer.
so at this point in time, like, do you still get asked for songs that you don't have on your list?
Every once in a while I will. And the program that I have where I subscribe to get the music, I can put in a request for songs that I don't have.
Okay.
It's never really been a problem as of yet because there's always something else that somebody would like to sing. Like I know there's even songs that I don't have in my library that I love to sing, and I'm trying to get them for myself.
So, what are some of the most unusual requests you've had for songs? Other than
Unusual request for songs.
other than the Disney, because I think that's pretty funny, actually.
You know what? It's the Disney and show tunes,
Oh,
honestly.
okay.
Uh we had it was actually quite fun. 2 weeks ago, we had a couple of ladies show up, and they were all professional singers, professional music teachers,
Right.
and they started singing all of these different songs that I absolutely loved from Cats and Heather's the musical. One sang a song called One Summer in Ohio, and they sang a song from Rent.
Mhm.
So I started getting excited. So I decided that I was going to sing some of the show tunes that I like to sing, and we had a really good night with it. But normally you don't see the show tunes coming out. It's a lot of country and a lot of popular
Yeah,
kind of songs that you'd hear on the everyday radio stations.
right. No, we all know that some people who can't sing think they can.
Yes.
And up there and your ears bleed when listening to them. So have you had any of those in any of your shows?
Yes. I mean, it's all about everyone having fun, right? For a lot of people, I mean, it's no different than public speaking. In fact, it can be almost worse than public speaking, because you're not even just talking, you're attempting to sing, which can be a little more unnerving. I get that the audience is a little bit different because you're going to have people in the pub or the bar or the venue that aren't paying attention.
Mhm.
And a lot of times it looks like people aren't really that engaged with you. So maybe it makes things easier that way. But it takes a bit of courage
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit of liquid courage to get up and sing.
Right.
If somebody gets up and they sing poorly, I've never judged anybody. I think that I mean, I keep myself pretty humble. I don't think that I'm a great singer, despite what people tell me. They say that I can sing fairly well, and that gave me kind of the courage to say, well, I want to go out on my own and do this.
Right. Yeah.
And I got a lot of support from my friends and family to do it. But if somebody gets up and they're a bad singer, I don't judge them. It's my job now as a karaoke jockey
Mhm.
to ensure that everyone who comes to participate in the show has as much fun as possible. So that's the people singing and that's the people listening.
Right.
So I could just set everything up on my computer and on my mixer to a default setting. And whether you want to sing quiet or loud, scream, shout, if you're terrible or if you're great, everyone's just going to kind of sound the same.
Ah.
In
Ah.
my opinion, that's not a very good show.
No. Right.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody sings a little bit differently, and I have to have an ear available and be focused enough and listening to do my best to make that person sound as good as possible. So if I get up and I'm singing a song, I tend to have a bit of a higher voice. So I've got to adjust things and turn it and I'm loud. So I've got to dumb down the mic,
Right.
turn up the music, turn down the high, increase the low to make myself sound as best as possible. Well, then my best friend gets up, complete opposite.
Hmm.
Deep voice, he's much quieter. All the settings are practically backwards. I
Right.
have to increase his mic, turn down the music, turn up the high, and that makes him sound better to the
Sure.
audience
Sure.
and to himself while he's singing. So I literally have to make adjustments for every singer.
Right. Well, one of the things I've noticed with people who are not used to using a microphone is they sometimes don't know where to hold it. Like even just in general, like I forget where I was at. Oh, I was at a powwow and some people were speaking on a microphone and you can't hear them because they don't know to bring it up. Do you have that kind of issue?
Constantly. I have I the biggest yeah, people definitely don't know where to hold the mic. And
Yeah.
the thing that I find people who don't know will do the most is hold it too close.
Hmm.
So they'll literally um a lot of times cup the microphone. So they're not even holding the stick, they're holding onto the mesh round, they're holding onto the tip of the microphone,
Right.
which you don't want to do because it's going to make you sound screechy and echoey.
Yeah.
It's going to create a sound barrier that shouldn't be there, that my system doesn't know how to, like any mixer doesn't know how to process that. So it just comes off as screechy and echoey. You sound like you're singing in a tube or those old cans with the string. That's what it sounds like. What people want to do is hold the mic about 2 inches away
Mhm.
from their mouth and have that part of the microphone exposed. That's what it's designed for.
Yeah.
It's designed to capture sound from wherever you've got the sound coming in. You hold it about 2, 3, 4 inches away, and if you are singing, you can kind of adjust things yourself. And I know that for myself, if it's a quieter part, I will move the mic closer because I need to sing in a tone that's less powerful for me. But then when I get to a loud, screamy part of the song, I know to pull the mic away
Mhm.
and I can maintain that quality of sound just by adjusting where I have the mic.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that, so sometimes even during the song, I'll have to make adjustments. But it would be best if people, I try to teach people as much as possible. This is where you want the mic, and then it makes my job easier to make you sound good.
Yeah. And because and you want the audience to have a good experience as well, right?
Absolutely. And if the audience has a good experience, then that means they like me as a karaoke host, which means they'll come back to where I'm hosting karaoke, which is what an establishment wants, is somebody that people want to come out to see. So not only are they coming to the venue because they enjoy our atmosphere or our beers or whatever, they also enjoy our host. So we're going to get bodies into the building.
So in the place where you go in your regular, now how often do you do this? How many times a week, or is it once a week? How's that work?
Well, right now it's every 2 weeks
Okay.
and sometimes twice a week. I've had requests to specifically be there on nights for some of the people who are regulars at this brewery. They're having like birthday parties or
Okay.
special events or whatever, and they'll say, "Can we get Tilt to come do karaoke because we like his show?" So couple of weekends coming up here, I'm working my regular Friday night, and then I'm also working Saturday night because I've been requested by some of the customers, which is it's a pretty great feeling
I bet. Yeah.
to have that. And I have been asked a couple of times to do some other shows.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I've had other commitments and I haven't been able to do it. So
But if you do like if somebody want to have a private party, not at that location, but somewhere else, like say in a hall that they rent or whatever, would you do that?
absolutely, yeah. It depending on the size of the hall and the size of the venue, I may have to get some more equipment.
Mhm.
But I have a good relationship with one of the music stores in town to rent equipment, and they can get stuff to me pretty quickly. So I have enough to operate within a fair sized pub.
Yeah.
Uh, specifically the one where I work at regularly. If I am going to a hall and need more people, then yeah, I all I need to do is maybe rent two more speakers,
Mhm.
depending on the size of it, and that's not really a big deal.
Right. Okay. So how do you set up like Okay, so in this, when you're at this the brewery, wherever it is you're doing your regular, you know exactly what you're going to get paid. How do you determine if you're going to be performing, say it's at somebody's wedding or somebody's birthday party, what you're going to charge?
Um, I mean, I've been getting in contact with more and more kind of karaoke jockeys and DJs to
Okay.
figure out kind of what the standard price is for what they charge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not providing a DJ service,
Right.
so to speak. So you wouldn't have me come to say a wedding to say, well, we want music playing for people to dance, but then for a couple of hours we want karaoke. I am kind of strictly doing the entertainment portion of things with karaoke, and I'm starting to look at doing things like name that tune or what do they call it? Just like pub trivia.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will do that because a name that tune or a pub trivia thing is good for an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Right.
and then it will roll into karaoke. But if I were to be asked to do something like a wedding or whatnot, I would ensure that they know what exactly they're getting from me, which is
Yeah.
basically I come in, I'm just here to do karaoke. If you want music afterwards, then
That's
you
a
have to
different.
figure out how you're doing that on your own. So it would just depend on how many hours they want me. Um,
Okay.
is how much I would charge. If I
Right.
have to travel a significant distance, I might say, oh well, it's going to take me an hour to get there with all my stuff, so I'll have to add on some travel fees, but I don't have any set price or anything at this point.
Okay. Right. I was just thinking when you said name that tune, like what I didn't realize, like I have ringing in ears, so I listen to music at night, and you don't even realize like when you're first like now at first if I hear a couple of notes and I think, oh wait a minute, I already know what that song's going to be. So I think that
Mhm.
would be name that tune would be a lot of fun to do.
I always find it to be a lot of fun. I have another friend they go to a bar all the time and was invited out after work, and it's always either name that tune or trivia, and they absolutely love that stuff. So I
Yeah.
want to try to incorporate that myself into the service that I provide, and I
Mhm.
know that the brewery where I'm working, they're looking for that as well. So I'm thinking maybe I can get in on that, and then you can hire me to do your name that tune, your trivia, and your karaoke. And now I'm coming back to your venue, and if people like me, then I'm kind of providing everything.
Yeah.
And it would work out really great for me because they're super close to home.
Oh yeah, right. And you're getting a lot more of that audience participation thing, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, how would people find you? Um, do you have a website? Do you have like how would they contact you?
I right now I've only got my social media sites,
Okay.
and then I mean all my contact information is on there. So I've got my Facebook, I've got Instagram, and I've got a TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
And then on there is my phone number, my email address. People can get a hold of me. I don't have any other kind of website where you can hire me online or whatever. You just have to contact me through one of the platforms. And yeah, I do my best to get back to people right away.
Okay, so now I know that the song, I know the thing for TikTok, but what is like there's I'm just looking at your profile page.
Oh,
These symbols that I don't really know.
yeah.
But there's one that's got tilt underscore karaoke, and then the other one is tilt dot karaoke. So those are
Yes.
two of the two sets, right?
One of them is TikTok and one of them is Instagram. But if
Okay.
you search Tilt Karaoke
Yeah.
on any of the platforms, then I will come up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I keep the same, like I just have that kind of logo with the microphone and the
Yep.
horn. That's on all the social medias. It's the same one.
Okay.
So then if you search for me on any platform, whether it's hashtag tilt or underscore tilt or dot tilt, it's the same picture, so you know you're getting me.
Right. Okay, great. Well, I think we'll end it there. I just want to make sure people knew how to, other than Facebook, of course, how to get a hold of you. So that if they're in that your area, of course, I'm in BC. It's a little bit difficult for you to travel here, right? But anyway, if they want to get a hold of you, so they'd be able to do that. So just stay on camera. I just want to thank everybody for watching the show, and you've been listening to KJ Tilt. He does have a name, but that's his stage name, and we're going to stick with that. So thanks for watching this show, everybody. Take care and peace out.
Thank you so much.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.